Hello everyone, Hamis28 here, and today we're back in the world of Stoneblock 4. So, thanks to Kiwi and the extractors, we're now able to make more extractors for more resources. So, using our dragon head, we're producing dragon's breath, we're making dragon eggs, we're making more Kiwi, and we're making skystone dust. Great developments. Let's see, I don't think I need the chicken wrench anymore. But now we need to continue down this path. Now, I realized, I don't know where this came from. This definitely was not there before, but the Enderium upgrade, I didn't notice before. So we're going to submit those 16 Enderium blocks. And let's see them get placed in here. Looks like they're going on the inner ring along the walls of the world engine. And then funnily enough, we also have to make a tesseract. I'm not sure where that's going to go in here though. But it's required from this guy, auto build tesseract. So we need to make one. So to build a tesseract, there we go. Tesseract, that's why. We're going to need a super cooler, or we can do block casting. If we do this one, block casting might be easier. How do I make the frame? Let's see, tesseract frame needs 4 Enderium ingots, molten Enderium, Enderium block. Oh, I could just make more of these, right? Enderium. Enderium, because now that we have more dragon eggs, I should be able to just request more of these blocks, right? Yeah, I can. Perfect. And then I could just make Enderium ingots like that. Be gone. Anyways, yep, Enderium blocks, Enderium ingots. Make the tesseract frame, and then we just have to block cast it with this guy. 900 millibuckets. So I think the easiest way to do that is we can actually just use the AE network to push some into here. Huh, how would I do that though? It'll be easier to use the block, honestly. So let's see if we can make this guy super cooler, because this will take some energy and then the tesseract frame, and then we could just have the molten ender go inside of it. To make this, we'll need iron mechanical components, a capacitor, a basic machine core, and a water bucket. So 1 capacitor. Let me save this guy. Do we use this for other stuff? This is everything. What is this for? Iron band, blank slate, iron amulet. Yeah, not really. Okay, it's gonna be easier just to dump it into block casting. So we just need to do something very easy. It's called take a bucket and then search for your Enderium and then just scoop a bucket of that out. Then you can just come over here and put it in there, drop that, and fill it up. It does leave a little bit left over, but you could just turn that into an ender pearl. This is going to cool into a tesseract. It does take a little bit of time though. So you could see you could technically just put another drain like here and then have the AE system output liquids into it. So you could do it that way. So there we have our tesseract. So now let's submit this one. And I don't know if it did anything. Did it place it? I'm not seeing the tesseract. The animation definitely didn't play. Unless it's supposed to place it right here. No, it should have replaced it then. Huh. Actually not sure, but since the quest did complete and it teleported me, then I guess it worked. Well, it's no skin off my back. Let's see, unless I went somewhere else. Yeah, I don't see it. World engine vent. World engine. Let's take a look inside. Shadow casing. Force field. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Tesseract. Huh, weird. Well, let's get out of here. As long as I don't think the actual physical placement matters too much as long as the quest is completed. But now we can move on to the remainder of the chapter and start with actually additions. So it wants us to empower some diamonds. We need to make an empowered diamantine crystal block, which is not that difficult. Where did I leave the... oh, it's downstairs. So to make the empowered diamantine, or diamantine, I'm not actually sure, you need a charger. Is that the name of it? That is not the name of it. We're gonna need a display stand and 4 empowerers. That's what they're called. Now the display stand is pretty easy. Aesthetic green quartz, aesthetic quartz, and advanced coil. Let's see, we can make some more gold nuggets. Basic coil is black quartz and some Restonia, which we already had because we used this before. Advanced coil. Aesthetic green is chiseled quartz in the atomic reconstructor. It has to be chiseled. And then aesthetic quartz is just a block of quartz. So let's take a look at our quartz. We need a block of quartz and then a block of chiseled quartz. How do I make it chiseled? Quartz brick. Quartz slab. Do I have to use a stone cutter? I guess so. So we need a second one of these. Luckily we have a stone cutter. Over here. Should probably move it, actually. Put it right over here. Yeah, we'll just put it in the back. Chiseled quartz. And then that only makes 1, so we're actually going to need 3 more. 1, 2. Chiseled quartz. And let's swap these. This one next. There we go. Aesthetic quartz. Quest completed. Atomic reconstructor. Wait, why did that quest just barely finish? Actually, I just noticed that. Oh, because it wanted us to make the crystal, that's why. So, now that we did that, we can make the display stand. And now we just need 4 of the empowerers. So let's see, how many Restonia crystals do we have? Restonia, we have 3. We're going to need some more. Restonia came from redstone. Let's grab this. Get another block. Let's see, I've never actually automated the atomic reconstructor before. So maybe I'll do it in this pack. Because I don't think there's any other way to get around it. Like, you have to automate it. Otherwise, you're doing it manually the whole time. So if you take a look, if you want to make Restonia, yeah, there's no other way to get around it. You have to use the atomic reconstructor. Restonia goes in here. Now we're going to need 4 double batteries. Which is going to take Inori crystals, which come from iron. It's an in-world transformation. So if I want to automate it, and AE can do in-world transformations, what I need to do is, let's see, actually, they do lenses for different things. Lens of color, detonation, certain death. Okay, I don't think I need any different lenses for this. And we have the smart cable right here. It goes right here, so I think I know how to build this. So I'm going to need a barrel. we're going to need a applied energistics. I forget what it's called. Is it this one? Places and drops blocks. Perfect. So we need a formation plane. We need the annihilation plane to break it. Oh, we can use an unenchanted one. We're going to need some cables. And here's how it's going to go. So, excuse me, cow, get out of the way. We need to break this here. Like so. You're going to put the formation plane here, the annihilation plane here. Then, this will place the block, this will destroy the block. So then we need a storage bus and a pattern provider. I'm seeing the vision. So we need a pattern provider and a storage bus. That's going to go to the world engine, so hopefully that actually crafts. Okay, perfect. And this is how I'm imagining the craft. So if you take a look at example setups, you look at throwing in water automation. So this is how it does the annihilation plane and, can I zoom out? Formation plane. Let's see here. Formation plane is on the bottom. And there's one here, an interface. What is that? Yeah, that's an interface. That's a storage bus. So we won't even, we might not need the barrel. So we're going to put this guy here. Pattern provider. Because it's going to essentially travel down this way into here. So annihilation plane this one. We want the item to come in right here. It's getting hard trying to figure out how to map this in my head. So I'm going to see if I can build it and then we'll just come back. Okay, so I believe I got it working. So this is what it looks like. You're going to have the pattern provider attached to an ME interface that feeds into the formation plane. You're going to set it to drop as item. Then on the other side, you're going to have a storage bus connected to the pattern provider, connected to an annihilation plane, filtered to pick up the outputs. So for actually additions, we want the crystals to be filtered here. So if you take a look and come over here, actually, you're going to filter the crystals. So void crystal goes here, Inori. Oh, not that one. Restonia, Palace, Diamantine. What is this one? Oh, those are just shards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then anything else can also go in here. So you could do the Inori blocks as well, which I think I'm going to do. So we'll do the Inori block, Restonia block, Palace block, Diamantine, Void Crystal, and it's just the 5, right? Yep. Because to empower them, you have to put them in the empower. And then this pattern provider is where we're going to feed the patterns. So if we come back over here, now we can actually encode these stuff. So if you want to make this, you just go, okay, I will have to teach you how to make blocks of iron and stuff. So block of iron, block of Restonia, block of Palace, block of Diamantine, and block of Void. Now then you'll just have to teach it that a block of iron is made like that. I'm gonna need more patterns. And then you'll just put them in here. So if I search Inori, it should bring it up. So Void Crystal, Diamantine, Lapis, Redstone, and Inori. And you could put all of them in there if you just make a bigger ME interface. The pattern provider, just make a bigger one. Then we'll just need to make... Actually, we don't need diamond, lapis, or redstone to make the blocks, right? Let me see. Inori. Because it can already make these ones, except for the void crystal. What is the void crystal made from? Void crystal. Oh, it comes from coal. So we don't have to make that one either, because the void crystal block is just a block of coal, and it can make that, because I already have those. And then put in the Inori crystal block. Oh, that one goes out of there. That just goes into a general one. And now we should be able to request our empowered items. See, if I just search for actually, there we go. Now we can request these items. So if I want a block of diamantine, I picked the wrong one. Whoops. So make sure you pick the right one. Yeah, these are all wrong. Diamantine, Palace, Restonia. That's the only one that's right. This has to be a block of redstone. There we go. This one is a block of lapis. You're a block of diamonds. And you're a block of coal. Inori. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I have an extra one? I have no idea. I don't know where this guy came from. Okay, so now we can just request those. So now, if we want to make these items, iron casing is just made like that. 1, 2. I don't need to make these autocraft because you only need 4, realistically. But now I could just tell it to make more Inori crystals, single battery. So, should I? No, it's gonna waste time to set up autocrafting for these. I could just craft these myself. So we're gonna need 4 Restonia crystals. The batteries take a bunch of Inori crystals. See, so now we can just request these. It is a little annoying that the block, though, is finicky. Let's see. Why aren't you picking it up? Inori crystal block, formation plane. Inori crystal block. It's right here. You should pick it up. Oh, maybe it doesn't reach it. Because if I put it right here... Inori crystal block. Inori crystal block. Storage bus. Priority. Pattern. Why aren't you picking up this one? Yeah, this is so annoying. This is why I hate doing the in-world transformations. For some reason, they never want to work the way they're supposed to. Yeah, see, like this one's saying it's still trying to craft these, but I just had it work a second ago. Wait a minute. That would be why. Because I didn't fix these. Nice. Block of coal. Palace crystal. Restonia crystal. Block of iron. What? Oh, because I never actually reset them. Okay, that's my bad. It's user error. There we go. That's not the right one. Diamantine and emeradic. And then palace. Enderic crystal from block of iron. Void crystal from block of coal. Palace from block of lapis. Emeradic from block of emerald. Diamantine from block of diamond. Restonia from block of redstone. So now if I request a block of redstone, of Restonia, now it should work. And I think it did. So now if we come back up here, it looks all good. View craftable. It's there. Perfect. Let's try Diamantine. Done. Inori. Done. Emeradic. Oh, I didn't filter for the emerald. Whoops. Emeradic. There we go. I think if this would work better, you would want this one on the top, or maybe on the bottom. And then this one, user error. Things that could get worked out. But anyways, so now we can make the crystals. So now we just need to finish making these. We need 4 of these empowerers, so we're going to need 6 of these iron casings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need 4 of these double batteries, which will take 4 of these single batteries, which will take these advanced coils. Oh, we're going to need more black quartz. Where did I get this before? Where did I find black quartz before? Because you're supposed to get it from the unearther, who generates them 50% of the time as a master, but at the lower levels, it's 15%. Where did I get it before? I got it from somewhere. And I can't buy these. They drop from piglin bartering. Where did I get these before? I got them from somewhere, but I can't remember. But I guess we're just gonna have to set up that guy then. I should have a soul chicken. Let's see. Oh, this chest is actually terrible for trying to search though. That's why I wasn't using it before. So you put that away, this stuff, display stand. Okay, let me take out all my chickens. And you can't sort this chest either, which is so annoying. Grab all the chickens out of here. There we go. Let's see, there should be a soul... Yeah, there we go, soul sand chicken. And that's all the chickens. Okay, so we'll grab our soul sand chicken. And we're gonna have to juice him up. Ooh, he's a tier 4 chicken though. I don't have tier 4 seeds. there any other way? No, the soul soil chicken is also tier 4. Which means I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. And use sand. And then, which unearther is the one we need? So let me put this here. Why can't I throw this? There we go. So now soul soil, unearther. Has to be a geologist. Luckily, I think we already have a master geologist. He makes glowstone, black quartz, and nether quartz. And let's get some more. So let's see. We should have a geologist. I think we have 2 of them actually. Geologist, perfect. Change your job real quick. And we're gonna need a couple more black quartz. And is this the only way to get it? Oh, you can buy double batteries as well. Oh, I need more display stands, which is gonna take more green quartz. Okay, I'm gonna let him run while we work on the quartz, because we're gonna have to set that one up as well. So we need aesthetic quartz. This is a block of quartz on there. And this one is chiseled quartz. Now how do I do... Oh, there is a stone cutting pattern. Chiseled quartz, stone cutting. Pattern encoding, stone cutting. I've never actually used this guy though. Is it just the same as putting a pattern provider on him? Pattern. I would assume it's exactly the same. See, so if we just plop this guy right here. And then do this. And then we go to this guy, and we have 2 more left over. So now if I tell it to make aesthetic quartz, let's see, aesthetic, and I say I want 10, and I want 10 of this, will it do it? Let's find out. Okay, so far it's not looking good. Stone cutting pattern. Let me see. Stone cutting, they're very similar, but they encode stone cutting. They're also automated by a pattern provider and molecular assembler and function in the same way. They're also automated by a pattern provider and molecular assembler. Oh, so I don't actually need the stone cutter here. So let me take this out. So if I just put it in the molecular assembler, it should work. So let me try that again. Why is this one not crafting though? Oh, because I didn't add it to the white list, that's why. Oh wait, no, it did work. I just need to add it to the white list here. So aesthetic quartz and the green one. So that does work. Okay, let me remove this guy. Crafting pattern. Wait, no, that's not it. Where is the... There we go. So it is like that. So put those inside. So if I take these, so now if I tell it to make 10, and I tell you to make 10, the chicken jockey has vanished. Okay, they're crafting. Why aren't you going in? 10 aesthetic quartz. Aesthetic quartz. It's gotta be the placement. I don't think the annihilation plane is reaching them. So I think if you do one block at a time, it's fine, but if you do more than one, it gets a little funky. Block of quartz, chiseled quartz block. Oh wait, no, okay, no, I'm actually just gaslighting myself. So this one has to go down here. And then it crafts it. And it's stuck at 1, which means it can't reach it. Okay, so that's the issue. The problem is sometimes when the beam hits it, they move to the side, and if they go in the corners, this guy can't reach it. But technically it does work. I'm just gonna have to fix it so it works more reliably, because right now it's not reliable. Okay, grab you guys. Put all of that away. So now we need to make these empowers, so we're going to need some more display stands, which will take advanced coils, and these basic coils, so we need 4 of these. Which is going to take more Restonia. Use that to make the advanced coils, which is going to take some more gold. Then use these to make the final display stands. Then use the display stands to make the empowerers, which are going to take some more Restonia and some more batteries. So let me request, let's do 2 more blocks of this. Hopefully it works. Double battery, that's going to take, so we need 4 double batteries, which will take 4 single batteries, which will take some more Enderic crystals. Okay, it looks like that worked. Enderic crystals. Restonia. Double battery, single battery, advanced coil. Okay, I'm gonna do a crafting recipe for the advanced and the basic, because that one's actually getting annoying. Battery. Single and double. Single battery. Basic coil looks like this. Advanced coil looks like that. Single battery looks like this. Double battery looks like that. That should work if I tell it, because if they're fresh, unused batteries, that should work. So now if I make this, I want 4 of these double batteries. It needs more Restonia, so let me do the Restonia crystals. Double battery. Craft. Okay, it's converting all of that. It's making more Enderic crystals. Batteries are scheduled. This one should go next. Unless they got stuck. And they got stuck. You're right next to the annihilation plane. And we get our 4 double batteries. Perfect. So now we can make these. Done. Infusion altar. Now we just need to make an empowered diamantine crystal block. And we're going to have to power these guys. You only have to power the empowerers and not the display stand. I'm going to set this up down here as well. That way I can figure out how to automate this. I don't think it's that difficult to automate though. Let's see. Diamantine block. Was it 2 or... I forget how many blocks away it has to be. Because it has to be like here. Why do you need power? I don't remember this one needing power. And then I think it was like this? Or was it further away? We had to build the same thing in Liminal Industries. but I don't remember the spacing. Okay, so let's wire this up. I guess we'll find out if it doesn't work. That's the quickest way to find out. See, we'll run the power from over here. There we go. Diamantine crystal goes here. And then to place these, you'll just have to set up some formation planes on top of these to place the items. But then how would I pull this off? That's a good question. Okay, so for the empowered diamantine, we're going to need clay ball, clay, and light blue dye. All stuff we should have on hand. Can you guys move off of the elevator? Thank you. So clay block, clay ball, and light blue. And let's see if the placement is right. If it's not, I think I have to space them out one more. Oh, I know what I did wrong. You need 4 display stands and 1 empowerer. I got it backwards. And it said 2 blocks away, so actually I need to fix this. So if we do 1 empowerer here. Wait. 4 display stands, 1 empowerer. So display stand here, 1, 2, here. So it has to be like that. Two away, right? That's what it means? I think it does. I have no use for these, right? Yeah, I do not. Well, that was a waste of resources. And they don't have matter values either. Okay, so we need more display stands. That was the easy part. So let's make these advanced coils. Advanced. More Restonia. And I think, wait, unless... No, I think it just got stuck again. And it did. Okay. Restonia. So now we need 3 of these guys. So we need 3 advanced coils. Okay, hopefully it doesn't get stuck this time. Nice. Okay, 3 advanced coils. Three display stands. Oh, we need a little bit more aesthetic stuff. Hopefully these don't get stuck either. And looks like they got stuck. This has to be the most unreliable machine I've ever built. Display stands. Oh, I needed that clay actually. Clay. And the light blue. And cable. See, that one should craft somewhat fast by the looks of it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now after all of that, we can install these guys in their proper spots. You go here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. Luckily, it slots in perfectly right between these machines. And that's going to make a empowered Diamantine. How do you say this? Diamantine? 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 I don't remember. Bam. Empowered Diamantine block. And we still got 2 more to go. Okay, this, I'm not going to waste my time trying to automate that on camera. I'm just going to figure that out later. Especially since I have to figure out the other one. But at least the other 2 machines are so much easier to automate. So we need to make the assembler, which is pretty easy. So we need adamant, which can be just made from this stuff. So go ahead and make some of that. Make the copper. We're going to need 2 crafters. Which will take 2 crafting tables. 2 crafters. Let's see, you can make the cheapest one, which is that one. Let's see, adamant block. There's a cheaper way to make that later on. 2 motors. It's going to take some magnetic coils. Oh, copper wire. My enemy. But once we have the assembler, we unlock the cheaper way to make magnetic coils. So it's not too bad. See, so we need the motors, which is going to take that. Magnetic coils, that's going to take Invar. And copper wires. I wish I could cast these copper wire. Let's make a bunch of copper. Let's just go ahead and make 100. That should cover everything. And it's funny, I have the fluid cows making the molten copper, but I haven't automated turning the molten liquids into blocks yet, or ingots, so they're kind of just sitting there. Okay, we need 2 motors, which will take 2 magnetic coils, so that's 4 magnetic coils times 6, so that's... Oh, but you get 2 per. So 3... Okay, I lost the math. So we need 2 of these. We need 2 motors, which take 2 magnetic coils. So I need to do this craft twice. So we need 12 copper plates. Put that in here. Oh, I can automate that now. I just realized. Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to waste time automating the inefficient one. Okay, make 2 motors. That's going to take a bit more nickel. Do that. Oh, we need steel. I know how to get steel. I have my steel cow. I was gonna say, we could just throw some stuff into the refinery, but I can actually just make some steel blocks. And you don't have to run all the way over here. I need to make that one item. What is it called? Steel. I forget the name of it. Oh, I need to take this stuff out. How do I get the molten ender out of there? How much is in there? 1 pearl's worth. I think it's a gem cast. Gem cast. Molten steel. Yeah, it is the gem cast. Can I get the There's a very simple solution to emptying the forge. It's called break the controller. There we go. We can make some steel blocks. I'm going to make 2, because that's going to give me a lot of steel. Okay, that should be all the steel we need for this battery. It's funny, I'm just realizing I've gone this far without making steel, and I thought steel would be really important later on. I mean, early on. But there we go, the assembler. Now, to assemble this machine, we also need 3 machine cores of any tier. Luckily, Ocean Block 3 was very in-depth on Oritech, so I'm well aware what it takes to use Oritech machine cores. Luckily, they're very cheap. 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. We're also going to need some power. Yep, there we go, machine basics. We're also going to need a pattern provider. And the assembler has a lot of crafts, as you can see. So this is a good time to make the big one. So we want the... What's the big one? Pattern provider. There's a really big one. Is it this one? Yes. The EMI extended pattern provider, which I can't make because it takes a crystal assembler. So never mind. So instead, we're going to make the mega pattern provider, which is just as good. So we're going to slot this stuff. Let's see. Let's do Oritech on this side. Oh, I'm going to need some more cables, actually, to fit it. Did I bring them with me? No. I'll have to add them later. So we'll just go ahead and run this cable over here. Then you can see it highlights the size. You put it down, then you place your machine cores, and then you just right-click it. I really like Oritech for these animations. It's really cool. It makes the mod feel really alive. Now for the power to actually go in, I think I need one more down there. So let me grab our smart cables and our regular cables. Smart cables. I need some more. And cable. Like so. And then it's fine if the wires get crossed. I don't think we care about the channels over here. Although I am connecting quite a lot of stuff on this side. Let's see, I need to bring it over here. So power goes here. Pattern provider goes there. You need a bit more, just 2 by the looks of it. But now, the assembler is ready to go. So I just need to hook it up with a couple more smart cables. And we're all set. So let me make some more of these. And let me see, how full is this connection getting? Because it's connected to this one. 18 of 32, so we're more than half, but that's good. There we go, it's connected. So now, what do we need to craft with the assembler? We need to make an Enderic laser, a target designator, and a flux gate. Fluxite comes from the Enderic laser at an Amethyst cluster. This is probably one of my favorite machines because it's hilarious. And is that one? Yes, it has its own inventory. So I think the laser doesn't need a pattern provider, it just needs an import bus. That way it can output the crystals. Let me come down here and click this stuff. Oh, it gives you some machine cores, the assembler. Power of the end. Here we go, Enderic lens. So if you come in here, we need, oh, there's going to be a lot of auxiliary stuff. I forgot about that. It's probably, yeah, it does show it right here. Because we need to make an Enderic lens. But to make the Enderic lens, we need adamant ingots, which we can make in the alloy machine. So we're going to have to make the Foundry as well. So let me save the Foundry. We're going to need Enderic compound, which comes from spinning ender dust or skulk, or the fragmenter. There's actually multiple ways to do it. I think the pulverizer would be the best, because we have tons of ender pearls. So we're going to need a pulverizer. And then the carbon fiber strands will take the centrifuge. So let's start with the Foundry. We need to make motors, which we can make in here. The pulverizer will take that, and then we're all good there. So if we come over here to the assembler, we're going to add in the motor and the Enderic lens. So we want to make the Foundry, so we're going to need a cauldron. Oh, we need to teach it magnetic coils. Magnetic coil. Assembler, like so. Put that in there. So now we should be able to make the Foundry. Although without any upgrades, all the machines are a bit slow, but you can make them go ludicrously fast because they use a modular upgrade system, which is really cool. You just slap on upgrades. You should be able to see it. Yeah, it's crafting them right now. You should be able to see them down here. You slap on a machine add-on extender, and you can stack more add-ons on the add-on extender, and then you can make it go crazy. So you can slap in like 100 speed upgrades, and it'll technically work. Now, let's see. It's crafting magnetic coils. Let me see if it's actually working. Details, fill evenly, sided, default, add-ons. How did I get this to export the items before? Because I thought... Interesting. Because it can push the items in, it just can't get them out. So if I just take you off and put them in there... You see, it does work. It's not this button. There was a button I thought would show it. Yeah, that shows the add-ons. Huh. I did this in Ocean Block. Did I have to do something extra? Oh, I think I did. I think I had to put pipes on these to actually have them get pulled out. So if we use this guy, switch our hammer here to configurate, I should be able to do this. And now that should pull the finished item into the provider. So that should fix it. Because we're going to need to do quite a lot of these machines. So we're going to make the Foundry. Now we need a pulverizer. We're going to need some more steel. Might be a good time to set up the fluid steel production. Pulverizer. Let's see. So now I'm telling it to make a motor. Is it going to work this time? Yes, it is. Perfect. Pulverizer. Then lastly we need a centrifuge. And I think that's it. Those are these are the 3 machines we'll need to make the Enderic laser. I mean the Enderic lens. Now we are going to need some more machine cores for these. Machine core. I should probably teach it. No, it does know how to make it. You need these specifically. Yeah, so I could just use the... how many is this going to take? Control. This takes 3. This takes 1. That takes none. Okay, so that's all we're going to need. We are going to need some more power cables though, so I'll make some more cables. Oh, that's where my steel went. Yeah, that's fine. Steel. This is, let's see. So I need to do in between episodes, set up an ME cable that comes to this productive firework, metalworks, and then just dumps liquids in there as I see fit. That way we can make more. So let's install our machines downstairs. So we're gonna need these guys. So we'll put you right here. Then we'll put this guy right here. And we'll put you right here. Yeah, that's good. You go on top. See, they're all so cool when they start working. And now we just have to route power to all of these. The power generally goes to the big, like, power side here. Although I think it doesn't matter. I think it just has to go to the main block. Like, you can't power up here, or I guess that one can. You know, I was going to try and say something smart about how to power these, but I guess it doesn't matter. In fact, the best way to power these is probably from the bottom, if it connects there. Yep. Because it keeps it out of the way, and then I can put the add-ons elsewhere. You go over here. Then we'll have to connect these ones. And then to automate these, it's the exact same thing. Slap a pattern provider, have a pipe send the output to the provider, and you're good to go. So let's grab a bit more steel so I can make some more pipes. And we're going to request, I needed 3 more, right? 3 more pattern providers. Along with some more smart cables. You go in there. Cable. Smart cabling. There is no way we're out of wool when we have so much string. Smart cable. There we go. What is taking this so long? Oh no, it's going. It's just trying to do all of it at once. That's why it's taking longer. Then we're also going to need 3 pattern providers, and the goat is going to hit me again, isn't he? Yes, he is. I'm out of flux dust? I made so much of that before. Well, I am trying to build a lot of stuff this time. Makes sense. Let's see. Flux? Wait, I never taught this how to make flux? I mean flux dust? Flux dust. Click this. Crusher. Encode. Huh, I guess not. There we go, flux. Now if I request those pattern providers, it should know how to make it. Yep, there we go. And where's my cables? Okay, 3 pattern providers. Cable, there we go. Let's hook up our machines. Okay, those are powered. Now, if you just slap this guy, let's see. If this is over here, then I want to do there, there, and there. And then we'll run the cable in between them. Like so. Perfect. So now that all of those are connected, we should be able to make the Enderic lens. What did we get? Oh, it's just the other things. What is this? A powered furnace. I'm probably never going to make that now that we have all the other stuff. So we need an Enderic lens. Carbon fiber. So we're going to teach the... Oh, thank God. I got scared for a second. I saw hop graphite and went, whoa, 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 whoa. No, you can make it from coal dust. So with the centrifuge, we're going to make centrifuge. We're going to teach the centrifuge how to make the carbon fiber strands. Then the Enderic compound we're going to make from pulverizing ender pearls. Pulverizing ender pearls. Foundry pulverizer. So now if I request the Enderic lens, oh, we need the adamant, and then the adamant we're going to make in our alloyer. Like so. And this way it's much cheaper. So we're going to put this in the alloyer. Oh, the foundry. There we go. And now, if I say, give me Enderic lens, it says, okay, this is everything we're going to craft. Hit start. And it's all going to tick to life. And we needed to set up all of that just so we could make the Enderic laser. But then to make the laser, it does take some of the stuff we already set up, which is very nice. And let's see. So the alloying is pretty slow, which is why I generally like putting a lot of upgrades on that machine along with the pulverizer. But I also remember we needed some logistics over here. Yeah, you're done. So come right there. Pull. You're done as well. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Pull that. And you're done as well. Pull. There we go. So now all of the Oritech machines are ready to go. One Enderic lens. And now we can use that to make the Enderic laser. So we're going to need some of these guys. We'll use the copper. Knock on wood. I said, oh wow, I didn't really need a lot of steel, like throughout most of the early game. And now it's coming to bite me, because all this stuff takes steel. Okay, steel. So now we can make the Enderic laser. Enderic laser. Craft that. And then we should be good to go. Looks like the longest one is the motors. Enderic laser. Done. We do need the target designator. The Enderic laser won't run without one. Let's see, processing units are made in the assembler. Where's my assembler? Huh? Where'd it go? Huh, why did the names change? Pulverizer. Oh, adjacent to different machines. Oh. So which one is centrifuge, pulverizer? Assembler, here it is. I never realized that could be an issue. So now if I tell this to make it, that means I should probably move the pipes then. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense, because then how would I... Little funky. Oh, I think that's what you need to do the arrow for. You can make it point in a certain direction and still accept items. That might be what I need to do. But I think it's smart enough to know not to push into the transporters. So it should still work fine. It just makes it a little bit harder to see. So now we can make this. And then the final thing is the flux gate. But for that we need fluxite. And for fluxite... Wait, do I have this cow? I don't think I have that cow. To actually make the fluxite, you have to power this at an amethyst cluster. Which means I need... I believe it's budding amethyst. Which I don't have, and I have never seen one. Budding amethyst. You can make one. That doesn't work. Overcharged crystal I can't make, so that's not one we can do. An amethyst fish drops one. I don't think I've seen any amethyst fish. You can make one from infusion enchanting. Transforming focus. How do I make this? Cognitive gem. Cognitive amalgam. Well, I can set this up, and for this all you need is an importer. ME import. So that will be good to go. But how am I supposed to get budding quartz? Amethyst, so let's see. We have molten amethyst, we have amethyst dust, but we don't have a budding amethyst. I think the only way we can do it is through infusion enchanting, or through molecular metamorphic cognition. Let's see. This looks like a lot of stuff, but I think we can craft all of this. Yeah, it looks crazy, but I think we can actually craft all of this. This is a gem piece? Why is that a gem? Accelerator, cognitive amalgam comes from cognitive flux. Yeah, I think we can craft this. Although I think I used all my soul soil, right? Trying to get... Nope, we still have some more. Or we could just do the infusion method. But then I'm gonna have to remake these things. Wait, 553.3. 553.3. I think I can do it with these. Let me see. So if I take off of the infusion, you need at least 60. We're at 60. Oh no, because no, I would need something else. I'd have to bring the quanta down to how much? To below 50, which means a reduction of... We're at 95, has to be below 50. That's what, 45 quanta? So if I look up quanta... Well, I was trying to figure out ways to get the budding amethyst, and I thought infusion would be easiest, but it looks like I'll need crystalline seashells, and I don't have any fish, so that's not going to work. So, what we're going to have to do to get budding amethyst is go through the molecular cognition stuff. So we're going to need a molecular metamorpher, which I think we can craft. Let's see. I think we can make it. cognitive amalgams come from smelting this. Let's see, so we're gonna, let's see. Did I teach you how to make cognitive flux already? I think I did, right? Yes. So we're gonna teach it cognitive amalgam, which will go into the furnace. We need astute assembly, which is cognitive alloy, which is a shapeless craft. Let's see, astute assembly. We're gonna need a cognitive crystal, another shapeless. I'm gonna need some more molecular assemblers and pattern providers. Pattern. 4 of these. Molecular, also make 4. And then that should be everything we need. What are you doing? Okay, those are done. Let me quickly add these down here. This might also... Can you move, cow, please? Here, there, there. Okay, that might actually overload this one. Oh, nope. We still got a good amount left. We got 7 more channels. Okay, so now we need astute assembly. The accelerators. Make a smithing table. Oh, I don't want to encode that. I just want to make a smithing table. To make whatever this machine is. So now make all of that. Gonna have to slap some more crafting CPUs. Make that. Put it all together. Let's see, we did complete the quest for playing for 50 hours. Huh, I really thought it would take a lot longer to get to 100 hours. And why did that not make it? Oh, I guess I didn't craft 3. There we go. Molecular metamorpher. Does this take power? Doesn't look like it. Where do I put this guy? Put it out here. With a blast of XP. Settings, input lock. Inputs are empty. Inputs. Okay, so how do I make this into budding quartz? I mean budding amethyst. So block of amethyst, transforming this, takes a cognitive gem and that stuff. This is from cognition, so maybe, can I move it around? Wait, did that get rid of the XP? No, it stays inside, okay. Out of power? I mean, we have been installing a lot of stuff, so that makes... Oh, I bet I know what it is. It's probably this guy. Because he loves just using power all the time. Okay, these guys are still going though, it's just these ones. Let's see, ultimate energy, ultimate energy. Let's see, they should all be generating power. Why aren't you generating power? You don't have to put coal in this for it to work. Where's my power going? 872. What is using all the power? I do have a couple batteries. You're full. Okay, I think that fixed it. So now to make the budding quartz, we need this transforming focus, which will take amethyst shard. We need a cognitive gem. We need amethyst shard and redstone. Use this. 4, 2, and 1 with 5 XP. 4, 1, 2. That is not the right thing. There we go. How do I put the XP in here, though? Cognition. At cognition. Dispeller. Bibliophage. Infects bookshelves, generating XP in the process. Huh. Cool. Not sure how that's supposed to help me, though. How do I put XP in here? Show recipes. Okay, but how does the XP work? Is cognition in here? Let's see. Useful items, experience holders, item collectors, time wands, general tech. Cognition is a mod. Oh, here we go. Astute assembly. Here we go. A device that uses experience from a bound obelisk. How do I bind the obelisk? Might say in here. Let's see. Once bound, binding this device to an obelisk allows it. No, that doesn't do it. How do I bind this to this? Is there an item? Staff of Attunement. That's probably it. Okay, make all of that. Staff of Attunement. So now if I click U. Bound. It works. Cool. Okay, so now if we combine this block of amethyst I threw in the trash, in here, we need some more experience. Bam. Okay, should be enough. Finally. And that makes our budding amethyst. And now that we have that, we can finally make fluxite crystals. Now if you notice, there is a hole in the wall. That's because you must be very careful when using the the Enderic laser. Because this guy will shoot whatever is in the way. So you could see just like that. Oh, I put it too close, I think. Yeah, I put it a little bit too close. Do I have a stick? Oh, I do have my cardboard box. I still need a stick though. So let me grab a lever. If you want to turn off the laser, if you apply a redstone signal, it does turn off. So let me grab a lever. Off. Oh wait, no, it worked. Did you get it? I think I still need to move it over one, so that's not how you do it. You go there. Grab this. You go here. There we go. So now you right-click this, then right-click this guy, shift right-click to save it. Now, if we turn you on, the Enderic laser will speed up the growth of the cluster, and then if it hits the amethyst bud, it'll grow it. It'll grow it. Why aren't you growing? Anyways, it'll grow it and turn it into a fluxite crystal, like that. So now to connect it to the AE network, all you have to do is take an import bus, like so. Move your cables over here. And set this to import, like that. And we're all set. So now we have fluxite crystals ready to go. It does consume a lot of power though. So I'm gonna have to make sure that my power doesn't run out. But now we have fluxite. And with that, we can make the flux gate. Did I teach it? I did not teach it. So let me make the flux gate, fluxite, assembly. It's also for making batteries, fluxite. You need to go into this one. And now we can make the flux gate. Platinum. What needs platinum? Where did platinum come into the equation? What? Oh, this is where the platinum comes in. Oh, that's not good. There is a platinum fluid cow that I don't have. Because you get it from lumium and silver, and I haven't gone that far yet. Other than that, where am I supposed to get platinum? So that's done. That's set up. Let's see. So sources of platinum. There's a tier 7 platinum chicken. Platinum clusters come from endstone. I did say this before, which means I'm going to have to start making endstone. Luckily, if you noticed, I had this guy in the back over here growing. You can make endstone with an extractor. So I think I had one more. There we go. Extractor. Endstone. Drawer. See, we could put that stuff away. Move you, that, this, that, like so. Now, if you want to make more endstone using the extractor, you just need to put a purple block on top of endstone on top of the extractor, and you're good to go. How are we out of power again? Oh, I bet I know how. The coal ran out. That's definitely what happened. Yeah, this guy ran out of coal. Yep, that's gonna do it. Well, now that I have access to Oritech, what I think that means is I should upgrade our power supply, because this is not good enough now to power literally everything, but we are getting closer. See, it's funny, I thought I'd be able to accomplish all of this in one episode, but I guess not. This stuff, yeah, because we're gonna need a mob slaughter factory, which is gonna take power. Then we're going to need a dissolution chamber, and that's just to get here. But we are very close. Let's see, I'm going to have to throw in some more coal blocks into this. If I have the AE system just pump coal blocks into these, it should keep it going. But as soon as the rainbow generator stops functioning, we just lose all power, which is not good. But we made a good amount of progress this episode. Let me grab these. We're going to have to pop these to make the purple block. So I can make some more endstone, and we can start getting some platinum. Purple, this guy, endstone, oak drawer. So let me set this up. This will be the last thing we do. Let's see, and you do, it's a little tall, so this guy. Endstone, endstone, extractor. So purple block, endstone, extractor, oak drawer. There you go. So let me grab our linking tool and link this guy. And now I just need to feed our dimensional list some endstone and he can get to work. But anyways, as always, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.